Okay, so I've had a few people ask me how to get comments off a page. And so that's comments off every single post on a page. So I'm going to show very quickly how I do this, but I'm not going to show you how I clean up the data or how I link a comment to a post. So I'm just going to get a list of comments. So I'm going to do it for this page. It's the page of a band. This isn't the page that people have asked me to do. It's just a random page. And so the first thing that I always do is just search for FacePager, which is a tool that lets you use the Facebook API, which is a bit easier than just using, well, it's called Facebook Graph, and it's just a bit easier to use. So if you search for the GitHub link, look for installer, and then look for this releases bit, and then whatever the latest version is, you can download and install it for your system. And then once you've downloaded it and opened it, it will look like this. There's a few extra things going on here that you won't have because I've been doing stuff with it previously. And then so what you need to do from here is press new database, and then create a database with whatever you want. So I'm going to just save it to my desktop. No, I'm not. I want to save it. Where should I save it? Yeah, no, I'll just save it to my desktop, and I'll call it YouTube data. Click save. And then you also need to log in. So you need to click this, which I've already done, and it'll ask you to log in Facebook. And then once you've done that, it'll fill this access token in, and you need to do that before you can do any queries on Facebook. So now I've got FacePager, and I want to get all the comments off this banner pilot page. So what you need is you need an ID for Banner Pilot. So one way to find this, I mean, you can view the source if you know what you're doing of the web page, but another way to do it is just to press Control C on the URL, search for Find My Facebook ID, and this will be the first hit on Google. Put it in this box, and it says success. Your ID is this. So might as well copy this now. To the clipboard, turn to FacePager, add a node, put it in there, press OK. There we go. And so now this node represents that page. So you want all the posts from this page. So if you go down here where it says resources and click page/posts, make sure this is selected, and then click find data, fetch data. It'll go and get posts for you. Now I'm going to change this to 1. Now what Maximum Pages does is it goes back, like, you know, finds all the posts 2 pages behind, 3 pages behind, whatever, but I'm only going to do 1 page worth of comments, so I'll just fetch the data for that. I did that twice. Sorry, so what I'll do is just delete that to show you what I did. Delete these nodes. Yeah. So press it, make sure that's on page/post, fetch data, and then you don't want to make the mistake I did, which was think that it hadn't worked. This little arrow appears, click it, and then you can see all the posts. And then you want all the comments. So select all these. So you want all the comments from these posts. And change this resource down here to post/comment, fetch data. Now if you've selected like 13 pages like it was before and you've got a lot of comments, this is going to take a long time. And so now each of these posts has the comments with it. So this post here, which was 10 years ago, we played our first whatever, 2 comments, one it's just saying Daniel Walker, so that must be tagging in someone called Daniel Walker, and someone else playing So You Play My Favourite Song. And so you've got all that data now. So if you want it in CSV or whatever spreadsheet, just select all the data you want. So to select it all, I should have mentioned this before, press shift while you so you click one, go to the bottom, press shift, click the other. I've not selected off cut here actually, because that just means it's the end of the page. You can export the data to whatever you want. Well, CSV. As long as it's CSV, you can export the data to wherever you want. So what I'll do is I'll just save it on the desktop again as BP comment. Then you can select whether you want all the nodes or just the ones that I've selected, which I just want all the ones I've selected. Save. And then you want to put this in your tool of choice. So what you'll use. So, you know, for CSV, Excel, Google, whatever. I'll use Google Spreadsheets. I'll create a new sheet. I'll just create a blank one. And then import. If you're familiar with Google Spreadsheets, then you know what kind of just upload the file you've created. So let's have a look. What did I call it again? BP comments. There we go. Copy that in. Now this is the bit that's in whatever you are importing that CSV to. You need to change the delimiter to a semicolon because that's what it uses a face pager. And then I will just replace this spreadsheet with what I'm importing. Takes a little while, has a think, goes away, comes back, and so I've got I included the posts in my export, so I've got all these posts which you don't really want. I shouldn't have included them, but then I've got all the comments. So 74 downwards for me are all comments, and they're in this here in J, and you know it tells you who's made the comment if you want that data.